Morning run fans. We're walking down to the start line and it is, you might not be able to see on the camera, but it is the darkest sky and it started to rain. I think it's going to be a bit of a slogfest today. My favourite conditions. Bring it on. Lucy's not quite as excited. I can't wait. So let's hope the knee works and we can really enjoy this run. Because yeah, the worst conditions, the better I go. Yeah. It's now thundering and lightninging, pouring. There's sirens going off. Thunder! This is lovely. Oh man.
I can't believe it.
Yes, run fans, welcome back to Light It Up with me, Sam. You join me on a very beautiful Copenhagen Sunday morning. It is pouring with rain. It is getting colder and colder and I'm having to warm up. I'm trying to save my knee before we run, but whatever, what will be on the knee. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Right, everyone's going in now. Look at this. Right then, you beautiful people, let's not beat around the bush. We're at the start line and it stopped raining for 2 seconds. So let's go through some of my goals. Top A goal is a sub 135, then a sub 140, and finally, just to be able to finish the whole thing. At this point of the race, I was really doubting that I was gonna even be able to run 1 kilometer. I had no idea what was going to happen. Now, some of my previous bests. My last half marathon effort, I did a 1:33 with my good friend Dave. My best 10k this year was 45:21 at the Essex 10k recently, and then my best 5k was a few weeks ago, 20:53. So plenty of room for improvement. There's me checking my knee there, and let's get going for the start. Right. Fucking do this. Away we go then, and I'm not going to spend ages and ages doing a huge commentary because I did lots of recording whilst I was out on the course as well. Certainly when I go for a PB in the future, I'll do more of a commentary parkrun style, but doing an amazing massive event like this, I thought it was cool to soak in the atmosphere and get that sort of vibe that you can get from a camera and talking to it and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments if you like that style vlog race or if you prefer the POV style, and I can try and mix it up with different races that I do during the year. So as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks and also at the beginning of this video, I was unsure if I was going to be able to run this. This was completely unknown territory for me because of the small little knee niggle that I picked up, and I've been told it's probably ITB. The physio saw me and said I was okay to run on it as long as the pain didn't get over 5 out of 10. So I just went for it, but I cannot tell you how nervous and frightened I was to be doing this, because for all I knew, I was going to get this far in and it was going to suddenly be shooting sharp pains and I'd have to stop. And again, that doesn't matter. That happens to people. But I wanted to really finish this race and do this race and do the video and all that stuff. So I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. But so far, so good. It was feeling nice. And we get a buggy runner. Love the buggy runners at Parkrun because they're ploughing people out the way. But doing a half marathon with a buggy, you got to feel for the poor child, especially in this sort of weather. But, you know, childcare and all that, who knows? This guy is on a mission to get through and run a sub 130, no doubt. So, yeah, we're running, we're okay. I'm not trying to do any sort of mega pace. I wasn't even looking at my watch. I was purely just going by feel. My knee felt super, super stiff, but it wasn't hurting, and that's the key thing so far. At 1K, 4:36. Lovely little start, and we're warming up. Yeah, buddy. As you can see, the weather was insane. It was thunderstorms, it was pouring with rain, but I love it so much. It's my favorite weather conditions to run in, and to have all the crowds at the same time as well was just incredible. And at this point I'd realised that my knee was going to make it was going to be okay, because if it was going to go bad, it would have gone bad by now. That's what I was telling myself anyway. So I was just cracking on and dropping that pace bit by bit, feeling really, really good at this point.
Right, I'm not going to keep you hanging too long for the giveaway, and hopefully you're going to watch the rest of the video. The word is thunderstorm. So message me on that on Instagram for your chance to win all the stuff. Right, woo. We're approaching 2nd K. Yeah man! Right, 2nd K, 4:32.
So if you're not sure what I'm talking about with the word thunderstorm and the keyword and all that other stuff, you just have to follow me on Instagram and then message me that code word, and you'll be entered into the prize draw to win yourself a pair of Adidas Evo SL brand new shoes, as well as some Enetor insoles and some Sums socks. Give me a follow on Strava as well. I'd massively appreciate that. And you can see all the things that I'm getting up to, and also help me get to 2,000 subscribers. At the time of me saying this right now, I think I'm on 1,994. So 6 of you, if you could just sign up, get involved with a subscription, that would be incredible. I'd appreciate it so, so much, as we're dropping that pace even more. We're sub 4:30, and at this moment I was feeling euphoric. The feeling of knowing that I'm gonna make it and I'm gonna do it was absolutely setting in, and I was so buzzing for this race. What an event. It's so exciting.
3rd K, shout out the traffic cones. Legends. 3:32. No, 4:32. That would be jazzy. The conditions are perfect. I love this. This is so good. The crowds are so many still. They've come out in force. 4th K, 4:29. Metal band, yeah. Hip. Oh, hip. 5th K, 4:18. Spicy. Kilometre 6, 4:27. 7th K, 4:15 it reckons, but we're in buildings and the marker's just up here, so I reckon it's more like 4:25. I'll take it. Big horse. 8th K, 4:24. My GPS is well out now, about 100 metres off. That's okay.
At this stage in the run, I was well and truly in my groove. I was happy sitting at 4:30 to 4:35 pace. Even though there was 32,000 runners on course, it was never too busy. There was always space to run. It was nice and wide roads. The weather wasn't getting me down. It was so nice to be running in these conditions. Maybe a tiny bit colder, but then afterwards you'd freeze, and beforehand you'd freeze. So pretty much optimal for a big day out on the tarmac. And yeah, heading towards 10k, we're looking like we're going to run a decent 10k time compared to the ASICS time. As you can see me checking my watch down in the bottom left there, and the heart rate's staying pretty decent, to be fair. We've got plenty more running to do, but we're happy.
9th K, 4:26. We're in the groove. Right, that's 10k in 45:11. Bang on. So we're cooking. Let's just hold it in the last 3k. Maybe push on. Let's see how we feel. We can make it back in one piece. It's fun. 11k, 4:32. I was faffing around with cameras, trying to get the new one on. It's impossible in the wet. 4:29. 5 kilometers to 12. Come on, it's starting to get tough. Let's dig in. I've not been in this area for a while. Come on. 13th kilometer, 4:35. Oh, just got to dig in. 5k, then big 3 at the end. Come on. 14k, 4:32. We're hanging in. Oh, it's raining hard again.
Right, I'm going to level with you, run fans. This is when things start to go south. I basically didn't prepare to actually run this race or complete it, let alone run it at the pace I'm doing. So I didn't really have enough gels. I only had 3, and I'd pretty much used them all by this point, by 15k. I had a couple of strawberry laces for breakfast. I had no caffeine gels or anything like that. And I was just about to bonk, and we're right on the precipice of the bonkage now, and when things start to get really, really tough. I was not expecting to get through 15k at this sort of pace, and you can't blag it. You can blag a 10k, you can blag a 5k, but a half marathon and a marathon are unblaggable. You've got to be prepped for them. And I just basically didn't want to jinx myself, and so didn't come into this treating it the way I would have done any other half marathon. So enjoy this next half of me blowing up and trying to hold on, and let's see how big it is. Can I manage it well enough and still get in, or do I completely capitulate? Let's see.
15k, 4:31, average 4:29. Try and keep it below 4:30. Oh, come on. 16k, 4:29. We're hanging in there. 17, 4:36. This is the moment. How bad do you want it?
I'm absolutely right, and this is definitely the moment where I'm asking myself, how bad do I want it? And we're going slightly uphill over this bridge, and I'm starting to fade, and I really have to start digging in now, because it's me versus the tarmac, and we've got plenty more tarmac to go. 3k is suddenly a long way, so let's lock in and crack on.
I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. 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 I got soul, but I'm not a soldier.
19, 4:47. We're hanging in there. I can feel cramp in my right calf. So we just
keep going.
dial it in. Come on, my fellow Englishman. Come on. 20k, 4:46. One more k to go. And a bit. It's been tough. I'm feeling totes emotion.
Now this is without a doubt the hardest kilometre I've ever run. Not because I'm running as fast as possible, and not because I've run as far as I've ever run, but just purely on a survival basis. My calves are both trying to cramp up. My knee's starting to ache a bit more. It's not direct pain that I was worried about, but it was still there. I was bonking hard, and I was just trying to get through it, and it made me realise that I have just not trained for this. I'm still very much coming back. I'm on that comeback journey, but trying to knock out a fast half marathon is a little bit crazy, and the event was so incredible, and I definitely got carried away and enjoyed so much of it. But as we come around here, you can just see how many people are overtaking me, and I pride myself on being the negative split king and always finishing really fast. But today, no one was finishing slower than me. I was going backwards, and I was fine with that. I was just trying to take it in. I was just trying to survive and not set both of my calves off where I have to stop or stretch or anything like that. I just wanted to get finished, and this was so hard. I was digging in, but I was feeling so emotional by this point, because I really didn't think for the last 7 days that I was going to get even close to running down here. I didn't even dream about it. And so the fact I could see the finish, I was getting overwhelmed with emotion, thinking of my daughter and my wife and all the people that have been supporting me, you know, all the people who have been messaging me on YouTube and stuff like that. It was all coming back. I definitely wasn't in the moment in that way. I was thinking about everything. And so I tried to lock in at the final bit and just get it finished. But I just want to say such a huge thank you to everyone for getting involved, watching the channel, because it really does mean so much. I had such a fun time recording this video, editing it, finding the music, and it just means a lot to me. And I love the creative side of it. And I really get a buzz from making these things. And I get an even bigger buzz knowing that some people around the world enjoy watching the video. So please do comment, share, because it lets me know that it's getting out to people and you're enjoying it. So yeah, thank you so much. And I'm going to let you lock into this final bit and then see. I do apologize how emotional I am at the end of this, but it's raw and I didn't know whether I should post it or leave it, but I was like, no, it is what it is. It's, you know, it's me, and that's what I've got to share. The good times, the bad times, the emotional times, the embarrassing times, all the times, the good times, as they are tattooed on my legs. So yeah, enjoy this last little bit of me coming through here. I highly recommend Copenhagen Marathon. 10 out of 10 race, 10 out of 10 travel, 10 out of 10 city, even in this weather. But I personally love it, but it was just incredible. And I haven't got a place for next year because it's like the World Championships, but I'll be coming back every single year because it is the perfect half marathon. Right. Enjoy this last bit. Thank you for watching. Make sure you enter the competition, and I'll catch you next time. Lots of love. Yeah.
Well done, guys. Well done. You do it. Thank you very much. Amazing. Cheers. That is special. I can't stop crying. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. That's what it's all about.
Oh, back at the hotel. I'm not sure, I haven't looked at the footage yet, so I've got no idea how much of the after run stuff you'll be able to hear because it was really noisy, there's lots of people. So I'll just do a tiny little conclusion video now. That was like the most fun. It was amazing. It was so hard, but the feeling of achievement after that, like Aubrey from Bigger Than Running says, it's about more than just running. It's about, yeah, I feel a real sense of having accomplished something there. I pushed through. I underestimated that so much, not because through arrogance or anything, but just through not wanting to get ahead of myself, because I genuinely thought I wasn't going to be able to do it. And so I didn't have enough gels, I didn't have salt tablets, and I just sort of ran it and just ended up struggling at the end because of that, which is fine, I don't mind. It was all about just making it to the end. 137 though, I'm super happy with that. Anything under 140 was sort of like a B goal. Yeah, I started cramping up at the very end. I ran out of gels after 15k and I needed more than that. I didn't have any caffeine gels or anything like that, so it was just struggling at the end. But you just, yeah, a half is still a formidable distance, especially when you're trying to run fast. Like for any speed, you're trying to, you're at your upper limits. It's a long way to beat your upper limits. I ran through 10k, super comfortable, felt great. And then at sort of 14k-ish, it started to feel hard. And that's a long way for something to feel hard, like 7 kilometers, 8 kilometers is suddenly a very big distance. But we got it done, and I'm so proud of myself. I feel really good afterwards. Time will tell. Tomorrow I might feel stiffer and stuff, but I think that was very much mind over matter, and I just need to keep stretching, and hopefully I will be able just to continue now. I've proved to myself that I can run. It hurt towards the end, you know, not loads, like, and again, at the end of a half marathon, your body does ache, it does hurt. So it's just natural. But I hadn't thought ahead to that point. I hadn't visualized any of those moments or anything because I just didn't think I was going to make it. So it was a little bit of a shock, and I had to really sort of on the spot talk myself round and go, this is meant to hurt, let's go. But my calf just pinged ever so slightly about 16, 17k, and I was like, I can't push anymore. Let's just run it in. Let's complete it. Let's run the whole way. And I did. And yeah, just over a 1:37. So chuffed with that. Absolutely chuffed. I've got more half marathons coming up, and I just need to get the mileage in, and I need to prep better. And hopefully we'll just keep building that. And yeah, head towards, for Seville in January, head towards a much faster half marathon time. Hopefully below that sort of 1:30, and maybe towards more of like a 1:27 mark. 10k wise, feeling much better. So I'm feeling good for Hove, which is in, I don't know, month and a bit. And yeah, 10k I reckon I can push on harder, and I've got the stamina and the strength for that. And we just got to push on and keep doing what we're doing to get ready for the halves. And then the thought of doing a marathon twice that, faster than that speed, just seems like the same as being able to fly. It's just not possible, but we will get there. And it's just, yeah, you've got to give it so much respect. And I need to give more respect to the halves as well, especially when I'm trying to go all out for them. So yeah, as I said, thank you to everyone who's been messaging me and helping. Like, it's been such a stressful week, really hard week. Get it already. It's just running, it's just a hobby, but it does mean a lot, and I do want to do the best I can and make videos and stuff like that about it. So thank you to every single one of you who got in touch, got involved, gave me advice. As I said, thank you so much to Emma, because she really has been helping me a lot, because she knows my brain very well when it comes to overthinking running stuff and injuries. And yeah, she did help to push me through this, as did Ben. And then also Becky, my PT, for all the help she's given over the last sort of 5 months now. Yeah, without her, I would not have been able to do that. So yeah, massive thank you to her and all the other people who've been helping, because I've been slowly building all this running stuff. And even though I'm not running at my fastest, I feel I've got this base to really push on now, and I've just got to keep trying. Like, every run I've got to think ahead, really warm up, not make these silly mistakes of wearing the wrong shoes or insoles and all this stuff. I've just got to constantly be thinking, not let my guard down, because all it takes is one little mistake and it can derail everything. So you just got to be on top of your game all the time. And the key to that is really warming up. So I'm going to be doing my resistance bands, my little spiky ball. Do you like my swimming shorts? I've got my swimming shorts on, ready to go swimming in the North Sea. Yeah, so a lot of lessons learnt this week, and well worth it. But I genuinely didn't think I was going to be sat here talking about having run a 1:37. I really didn't. And I got very emotional thinking about it. Like, and it does, because it means a lot more than just doing a running race. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you heard the word at the very beginning, but if you didn't, it's thunderstorm. So give me a message and I'll put you in the random draw to win those shoes. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been subscribing and getting involved. Hopefully you can enjoy this video. It's been a good one. I haven't looked at any of the footage, so it might just all be rain, water, unusable. But hopefully it'll be good. It certainly was a good one and really enjoyable to make. So I'll get editing and we'll send it all off. Hope you're all good. If you did Copenhagen or Richmond or the New Forest, hopefully you had a good race today as well. And yeah, Barnes Green half in 2 weeks time, and then Hastings the week after that, then Hove 10k. And yeah, we keep moving forward. So thank you very much for getting involved and watching. I'm going to go jump in a very cold sea now and eat a load of pizza. And a gin and tonic. A gin and tonic on a Sunday. Living the dream. Right, from now, a very sunny Copenhagen after all the thunderstorms. I will see you next time. Yeah!
With all these things that I